Evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you follow the Most High. It's your boy, Sean the Navigator. And what I want to talk to y'all about tonight, man, um, a lot of us have been through a number of things in life, and some of us may have even made some significant changes in our lives, man. A lot of us have made changes for the better. We're not the people that we used to be, and um, a lot of times, in spite of the changes that we made, certain individuals in our past, whether it be family, friends, um, people we may have dealt with in romantic relationships, they may still associate you with the things that you used to do or the behaviors that you used to exhibit. And um, the title of this stream is "It's Not Your Job to Convince People That You've Changed." I'm gonna say that again. It's not your job to convince anyone that you've changed. Because you gotta look at it like this, right? Those individuals that maybe you used to kick it with, you know what I'm saying, in elementary school, middle school, high school, maybe you used to kick it with, you know what I'm saying, in that particular neighborhood or whatever, what have you know what I'm saying? Um, you know, maybe you used to post up on the block with them and y'all used to, you know, do dirt, you know what I'm saying? Uh, if you were a whoremonger male back in the day, maybe y'all used to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all used to make a competition about how many chicks you could smash, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, whatever uh things you used to do. If you've given those things up, and now especially those of us who now follow the Most High, if we given up certain things and now we are following the Most High. Again, it's not our responsibility to try to convince people that we're not who we used to be. If those particular individuals want to still see you in that light, then let them see you however they want to see you. But what we supposed to do is just this. Sometimes we just gotta wash our hands for certain people. If they can't see us for who we are now and see that we changed and see that we're not the individual that we used to be when we weren't necessarily trying to follow the Most High, or we weren't trying to level up and um, become a better person, a better human being. If they can't see that, or maybe they can see it, or they just make a conscious decision to see you as that individual that did X, Y, and Z back in these particular years. If they can't get over that, then you have to let those individuals be. Especially if you've already apologized to them about the things that you've done, and you've done everything you could to try to make amends and extend an olive branch. You know, it's no need to even exhaust yourself of, you know, that particular person's feelings. Because if you continue to worry about how that particular individual or those particular individuals feel, just because they want to continue to feel a way behind something that you may have done in the past, and or a particular lifestyle that you may have lived in the past, and now you don't live like that, and you're trying to make changes and you're growing and progressing, and they're still holding that against you. You can drive yourself crazy. This is how so many people die at an early age. This is how people become depressed. And, you know, sometimes that depression can lead to behavioral patterns that are self-destructive. And see, the demons, they prey on those type of situations. They're hoping that you worry so much about trying to please these people that may have felt the way. Sometimes it's not even that you may have necessarily hurt that person. It's just a situation where they feel a way. Sometimes it's they feel a way behind a decision that you made that might not necessarily even be wrong. Especially those of us who follow the Most High, we might have people that feel a way about us because we decided to follow the Most High. And in that case, guess what? They can really kick rocks. In a case like that, I don't give a damn. You mad at me because I don't want to live a self-destructive lifestyle, and now I actually want to follow the Most High, you really can kick rocks. I'm not obligated to please you. I'm obligated to please the Most High. So if you have a problem with me pleasing the Most High, I don't know what to tell you. All I can do is wish you the best in your life and hope and pray that somehow the Most High touches your heart. Because he touched mine. And trust me, I'm far from perfect. I still have my flaws. I still have my things I got to work on. But at the same time, at least, you know, I'm trying to improve myself as a man and as a human being and as a son of the Most High. I ain't perfect. I got issues. I got things that I'm battling, you know. But at the same time, you know, I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still progressing. And I can't sit up here and, you know, worry all day long, day in, day out, you know, all hours of the night, worrying about if people that I've hurt in the past are going to ever forgive me. Because let me tell you something. That the Most High, who's never ever sinned in his entire life, who cannot sin, because he's our creator and he's perfect in all his ways. If he can forgive the things that I've done, then who are you? You imperfect human. You puny imperfect human. Not saying puny in the sense that I can beat your ass, but I'm saying in comparison to the Most High, you puny imperfect human. Who are you to sit there and sit in the judgment seat and be so pompous and so pious to the point that you feel like you can judge me and you can deem me as unworthy of your forgiveness. So you the Most High now? That's what we doing now. So I'm not worthy of your forgiveness because you still feel the way about something that I did 15, 20, maybe even 30 years ago. Don't work like that, man. All I can do is apologize, extend an olive branch, and ask for your forgiveness. You ain't the Most High, so I'm not going to beg you to forgive me. I'll ask for it, but I ain't begging you. And if you tell me you can't forgive me, then it's like, oh, well, I tried on my end. I wish you the best. Peace and blessings. That's all we can do with that. And on the flip side, on the flip coin of that, right? Maybe we're the individual that's been trespassed against, or we feel like we've been trespassed against, right? Mm-hmm. And we have an individual that wants to forgive us, or that wants us to forgive them. Excuse me for the type, for the misquote. But yeah, we might have individuals that want us to forgive them. What's our attitude going to be? And also, if we forgive them, does that necessarily mean that we have to associate with them the way that we used to before they trespassed against us? Well, we already know the answer to that. That's up to you. You don't necessarily have to deal with that person just because you've forgiven them. You know, you can love them from a distance. You know, you can forgive somebody from a distance. Because if they're still displaying those toxic and demonic traits, even if they're asking you for forgiveness and you decide to forgive them, it still might be wise, not might, it still would be wise to distance yourself from that person, because with us as humans being created in the image of the Most High, that means we are spirit beings. We are energy beings in a dirt suit. So, you know, we can sense the energy of others around us. And if that energy is positive, then that's going to rub off on us. But if it's negative, that's also going to manifest itself as well. So, you know, that's something that we have to take into consideration. Let me see. Oh, man, hold on. See what that comment said. Live chat. Let's see. Man, it went away. I was trying to see what it said in the chat. But, yeah, that's something that we have to take that into consideration as well, man. We have to protect our energy at all times. Forgiveness does not mean we have to continue to associate with an individual that we know does not mean us well. And if we're the person that's seeking forgiveness, and even if that person forgives us, it can go on that end too. The person that forgave us, that doesn't necessarily mean that just because they forgave us, that doesn't mean that we have to associate with them either. or try to bend over backwards to curry their favor. Don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? They said they forgave us. Okay, cool. Glad you decided to forgive me. Um, but if you sit back and observe, their life course, and it's not something you can rock with, you ain't gotta rock with them, and you shouldn't feel guilty just because you found yourself in a position that you needed to be forgiven by that person. But now you look at their life course, and it's not something that you rock with, you know, because the only thing that's constant in this life is change. And whether we want to admit it or not, each and every one of us out of these eight, out of these seven and a half counted billion people, even though I'm more of the mindset that there is at least 10 to 12 billion people that are actually walking the earth, because most people don't engage in those senses. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it up. But most people ain't signing that census information. So, like I said, that's just my opinion. Don't quote me on that, but that's just how I feel. I feel like even though there's 7.5 billion people counted, I feel like there's more like 10 to 12 billion. That's just my personal opinion. But with that being said, you know, we all, you know what I'm saying, have different issues and different problems. You know, we all definitely emit energy. So, and it's up to each one of us individually to decide what type of energy we want to surround ourselves with. You know, if we want peace and positivity, and we want the Most High's blessings, then we're going to associate ourselves with individuals that are positive. Now, if we're all about mess, if we're all about toxicity, and you know, we want Satan, you know, constantly in our lives, and we want to continue to be stressed out, then that's what we're gonna choose. Did not the Messiah say, "By their fruits you will recognize such men"? You know, toxicity breeds toxicity. Positivity breeds positivity. You know, another thing the Messiah said is, he said, if that light that's in you is actually darkness, how great that darkness is. So that's just some encouragement that I wanted to leave with everybody. I appreciate everybody that did come into the stream and give a like. For those that may check this out on the back end, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video. Leave your feedback. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you would like to support the platform, I will leave my Cash App, which is $Sean the Navigator, in the description. Peace and blessings, everybody. Sean the Navigator, and I'm out.